Hey Tanya, I really jumped into something. I realized I should have made something clear. So I started all over again. I don't know if you saw what I did. I just went into the library. Now I'm going into the database list. I'm going to go into something called the DSM library. Here, I'm going to see up here. It's kind of odd that it's here. The all-in-one search doesn't really find things in this. And this has one thing that I really don't like about it. It has things that you can't always get into. No access, no access, blah, blah, blah. So you're looking for the green. So here you'll see an article, and here you'll see an article, and so on. But what you have an opportunity to do is over here, if you go straight into the publications, I want to show you what those are. This has the DSM library. Let's see if it separates these babies out. And these are going to be full text, and it's going to talk about those. See, that's all full text. These are going to be in the DSM and also the differential diagnosis. So let me kind of go through that again. I'm under, I'm going to clear this. Boop. I hope boop is an acceptable thing there. Anyway, boop. We're not worried about authors. We're looking at the publications that we know we can get you into. Let's see what else is here. I think the DSM library is one of the major ones. I just want to see if this is the one we can't get into. And yes, so just choose, oh, we can get some of it. So just keep going through those and looking for the green so we can pick up a little bit of everything. The DSM library is especially there, but I want to go up here to, I'm sorry, the DSM differential diagnosis. This is a very specific thing that has diagnosis step by step and also decision trees, and you can find both histrionic and the other item in here. If you look down one of these sections, which isn't this one, I'm sorry, I'm making you dizzy probably. Here's the sections. Yes, it talks about some of the differential things here. Some things talk about comorbidity, which is probably something you understand more than I do. I'm going to look at differential diagnosis step by step, see if that's where I was trying to head. I'm going to go to sections here, and I think that's where I was. I'm going to go here. Yeah, so I'm going to go up. I hope I'm doing this showing you that sometimes you have to jump around a little bit. I'm going to go back to the decision trees, and I'm going to go to the sections, and this has decision trees for certain things, and you'll know the section that your guys live in, so to speak. So I'm going to go back to the next section by tables. I'm going to go down. I'm going to go to the sections. And this has all sorts of things which will include, I'm sorry, I gotta move both of these at the same time. This has a section on personality disorders, and then it talks about specifically, and this is the bottom one. Let me get this to move, sorry. I'm showing you because there are so many things here to move. Borderline, so we have here these two sections, and this is going to be very specifically inside of the differential diagnosis piece. I'm going to try to find by tables. I'm going to put this in your notes. I'm going to kind of put it over here for a second. Sorry. Okay, so you see, you can find it there. So you can do a search up here, and you can also go to the DSM library and look for differential diagnosis by tables, and then the other sections show different ways you think about it or compare it to other things and make another decision for another thing, which really doesn't make sense, but I think you'll see what I mean by that. So that's that. The other thing I wanted to show you to do is to go to, I'm just going to go back to where we have 103 databases, go to Psych Articles, and it is right here. inside of Psych articles, I would like you to choose databases. I would like you to select for psychology, psych info, and then at the bottom you're going to click OK. Now, as I was doing some work, I saw there were different ways to look at it. One of these was cluster B personality disorders is another way that people look at it, which includes the others, but it would also potentially compare and contrast the two. I'm here looking at search. I see some things that are interesting. And when you're looking at these, you might want to pick up things like when you're looking for compare, contrast, how does this affect men? How does it affect women, children, different factors, impulse control, work life, and other things like that. You might want to use those specifically and take that thing up into your research and make it another search. I'm going to back this up and turn it into something that'll search for impulsivity and all the different types of suffixes it may have. And then I will have 47 things to look at that talks about the impulse issue in terms of these specific personality disorders. You can also put in specifically histrionic and narcissism. You can also search them together to find the places they overlap. Down here, I'm gathering you're probably working fast. Please select for full text. Move this back and forth according to how many years you're allowed to do. For the most part, these will end up being peer-reviewed type things, so you could probably just look here and also know if it's over 5 pages, if it has multiple authors, it has all the sections, the abstract, the what do you say, the methodology, the results, and the references. You'll be able to see that. So I'm thinking between these two to 3 different things that this should help you. If it does not work, tell me what it is missing, what you need more specifically, and I have more ideas. Sorry this took 7 minutes.